Hey everyone, it's Aneta here. Today I have a question for you. This question has come up in my conversations with my own mentor, and I've been sitting with it for quite a long time now. And that question is, what's the thing that is the most priority for you as a project? I'm talking it could be within the context of your business or within the context of your life. What's the most important thing for you? And the kind of thing that if it worked well, if it unfolded and developed in a good way, in a way that you want it to, it would make everything else not important or not necessary. And I've been sitting with it for quite a long time with this question within my business, within the context of my business. I'm running a training institute. I'm in a position where I've worked really hard to create this body of work that I absolutely love and create a business model that I absolutely love. I mean, I've been working on it for the last 14 years. First, alongside of working full-time in social care with child protection and substance misuse and mental health and a lot of trauma, and then working alongside of it part-time, teaching yoga, coaching other people, doing Thai yoga massage and somatic body work, creating courses. And then 8.5 years ago, I went full-time self-employed. So I've been working on this business model, and I changed the business model. I ran a yoga studio, yoga and wellness studio. I did it online. I did retreats. I did training certifications, one-to-one, online and in person, and business coaching and mentoring in online and in person. I've done a lot of different things. And I'm in a position now that I know what works for me. I know what I love. And it's still trial and error. But there is also another part, within my personal life. And that is really, for me, now slowing down and really embracing the slow and embodied living with simplicity and frugality, and really balancing out what is my own definition of success, and how I want to live, how I want to start my mornings, the pace that I want to live with, the rhythm. And I talk a lot about this, and some of my other videos share that. So for me, there are a couple of things that really, really stood out for me. I cut down some of the projects in response to that question. I let go of things. I let go of trying to move forward in a much faster way, this hustling approach and mentality. And I have a tendency to overwork, and that comes from working for a very long time in social care, being an immigrant in a different country. I moved from Poland to UK when I was 18, so knowing that everything is on my shoulders, that things need to get done, because otherwise I don't get any support. My family is in another country. I need to work to support myself. And, that was the kind of approach that I've always had throughout my life. And now that I moved past my 51st birthday, things over the last couple of years started changing. So creating that space, creating more slow and more embodied life, not just in my daily practices, not just when I work with clients or when I hold the training certifications, but in every moment, day-to-day life. And that is a big shift for me. It's like, yes, it's always been there here. I have a very strong morning practice. I go for very long walks with Oscar. spend a lot of time in nature, but I still get caught in that busyness, and doing stuff and working on a lot of projects. So when I reflected personally on that question within the context of my business, it was, okay, there are only a couple of programs that I'm going to focus on because they are my soul work and the way that I want to work with others and make an impact, and let go of other things, slow down the pace, get more rooted, more present. I know this is something that I teach others. I know that quality of our work and our well-being comes from the quality of our presence and the regulation of our physiology and the nervous system, which then allows us to create space and spaciousness and open to life itself. So there are other videos that you can find on that I talk about my coaching approach that I teach, the Soma Psyche Soul and life coaching method. I'm not going to talk about it in here. But for me, the answer to that question, what is the kind of thing that if it worked well, everything else would not be really that important, is that 160-hour training certification and my other program, which is called Embodied Business Mandala Mentorship and Mastermind Circle. Those two programs that I absolutely love and I love supporting others through, there are the core things, and they are going to be my focus for the next year. And in my private life, if I think about the slow and embodied living and what it means in my personal life, it's definitely certain things that change my days and how I run my days. And, the important thing for me is the slower pace, not seeing too many clients, not doing too many things, not juggling things. Like here I'm seeing clients, here I'm answering emails, here I'm delivering training, here I'm working on something else, here I'm answering lots of messages. Wow. That really phrases my mind, if that's the word, leaves me feeling frazzled. And my middle-aged woman's brain is not happy with that. And so I have to slow it down. Like I cannot really see too many people on the same day. I'm highly sensitive. This kind of work requires me to be fully present, and I want to be fully present. And so I need spaces. Like I never see people back to back. I don't know how anybody can do that. And I know other practitioners that do it. I need to have at least 15 minutes break between seeing people. I need to move my body. I need to grab something to drink. I need to open my body, shift. I need to use the toilet. I need to have proper lunch. I need to take Oscar out. So this pace, not just around work, but in my life, is so important. And that means slower mornings that allow me to have, 2 or 3 hours in the morning to do everything that I like. And I prefer, I'm early morning bird. I don't know about you, but I am an early morning bird. I prefer to get up much earlier and then slowly get through my morning. What I really dislike is wake up too late, having to rush, feeling very stressed, and the whole of my day is just, and I've always been like this. When I was working in social care, I left social care 8.5 years ago. I always used to wake up much earlier, have a cup of tea, do my practices, have a shower, grab something little to drink, prepare everything, and then go. It would take me a couple of hours. That was before we had Oscar. That would take me a couple of hours. And I've never been the kind of person that would hit the snooze button and then hit the snooze button again. My partner does that, funny enough. I'm always like, okay, you just hit the snooze button, A couple of times I'm fully awake, I'm just going to go down, make you a cup of tea so you can go off to your work. Because, and he can't understand it. He's like, go back to bed. It's like, yeah, I'm going back to bed with a cup of tea and my journal. And, I'm just going to spend another half an hour journaling. And once I'm awake, I'm awake. I don't know about you, but, once I'm awake, I'm awake. So I know what works for me. And so slow mornings and finishing work at a good time, like 4:30 is my sweet time. 4:30 is my sweet time. So I can work in the morning, have a lunch break, and then work in the afternoon and have a slow evening, especially now. But even summertime, I like it. Go for a long walk with Oscar, um, finish my day, shift my energy, and then go into the evening. The beautiful thing in here is, and this is my invitation for you, is to really check in with yourself what's true for you. If you are choosing more slower and embodied life, what does it look for you in a very tangible ways? Like I'm very different from my partner. He likes staying up late. He likes waking up late, getting up late, hitting the snooze button. His energy is much faster. He likes rushing. He doesn't like rushing, but he does a lot of rushing. Um, I like different rhythm. I have got different pattern, and to really acknowledge it and honor it has been an amazing experience. So what would work for you? What would work for you? What would be like the right thing for you? Take a little bit of time, connect with it. So on the personal level, what would it be? What would be this sweet spot for you that would really make a huge difference? And it's usually one or two things. It's not like the list of 10 or 20 things that you have to improve, fix, and work on. It's usually one or two things. And then in your business as well, it's like there are, again, you might have a list of 50 things or in your work or in your business, but there is one or two things that will make the huge difference within the whole of the system of your work and life. Choosing those things, honoring them, and making the changes that are really good for you. So, as I said, I've made those changes. It takes a little bit of effort to honor those things and to say, no, I'm not doing this. No, thank you. I'm not doing that. That's not aligned. And not being drawn into shiny objects, of course, but really taking that time to create the life and work or business that you absolutely love and that is aligned with your deepest values, with how you love working, is key to your happiness, especially as a woman over 50. Because your body and your attention and your focus is changing. And we need to honor it to create a life that we love. A life that is aligned with our values, with our strengths, with our priorities, with what we love. That is a choice. And as I said, sometimes it needs to happen over time, but we have a power to choose baby steps, tiny little things. What are you going to choose? What does it mean to you? What's that one thing within your life or within your business that would have the most profound impact on you? As always, let me know. I really love to hear all the responses, and I'm looking forward to hearing it and sharing this journey with you. Look after yourself for now.